All right. Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the Strength Club. Wherever you're watching, I hope your training is going well. If you're following along with Starting Strength, you can access the app, and through there is where these videos come from. So you can submit a free video for form check. We'll get to that. You'll be featured on the podcast, and that's what we're looking at today. Now, for those of you that have been playing along with my little game, the way I like to do things, what we're going to do is I'm going to play the tape. I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you guys see it. Make your own notes, see if you can spot what I might come up with in form corrections. If you're the lifter, thank you very much for sending the videos in. You're going to see at least one familiar face today on the podcast. And for those of you just joining us for the first time, enjoy the content. My name is Byron Johnston. I'm a starting strength coach based here in the United Kingdom. Link up with me. I'm on Instagram, Strength Revolution Coaching. And if you benefited or enjoyed today's episode, leave me a little comment in the YouTube. You might have to tag me in, guys, otherwise I won't notice it. You have to tag in at Strength Revolution Coaching on Insta on YouTube when you do it. Sometimes I go in and try to say hello to a few people, but it seems like you guys are enjoying this so far, and I'm enjoying doing them. So let's get stuck in today. Now you will remember this lady from last time. This is Pratyusha. And we looked at her squat in the end of the last podcast. And she actually sent us more than one video. So now we're going to see her press. We didn't get it in last time, but she's back with us. Now, I'm going to hit play on the tape. I'll shut up. You guys have a look, see what you think. Let's rock and roll, okay? Okay. All right. So they seemed like some quite, not unchallenging presses here. Now, last time, Pratyusha, she's already seen the last video. So by now she's already out shopping for shoes. And I mean lifting shoes. Okay. So we're going to be getting out of the flip-flops into a nice set of lifting shoes. You guys know me, I like to lift in Adidas Powerlift. If you're getting those, you need to get a half size bigger than you would normally get. But by all means, use any other brands or things you find that you think works better for you. That's just what I use, and that's like a good entry level shoe. Okay, Pratyush. So I think, as I said before, try to get a good look at the starting strength videos on YouTube. We'll be just probably mention those in a video later that's coming up. They will really help you tick off really basic things really quickly in the lift. I do think that in your setup, your hands are a bit too wide for you. Okay, so I think you need to get your hands closer in, even though I'm not in the room with you, sort of standing directly in front or behind you. I can see from this angle there's quite a bit of distance between your wrist and your shoulder. So if we've got a grip out here, guys, in the press, we want to bring that in so that Pratyusha, the bone of your upper arm here, this is the humerus. That arm is going to be against your body, yeah? It's going to feel like that arm squeezing against your body, both sides. I'll pull the camera down here, both sides like this. So you don't want to have the arms creeping out there, okay? We just want to watch out for that. So, Pratyusha, slide your grip in until your arms are against your body and your forearm is ending up straight in vertical. So we don't want the arm out to one side, and we don't want it going inwards, okay? So we want a straight vertical forearm, and that's how wide your grip is going to be as a better start position for you in the shoulder press, okay? Now, when you do that, you're going to notice the bar is a bit closer to the sort of chin area. Okay, it's a bit low for you now. It's probably going to be just hovering around your chin somewhere, maybe just underneath. And that's going to be more closer to your start position for the shoulder press, okay? And from there, personally, in pressing, I do prefer collars on the bar, okay? Because you might have a little bit of wibble wobble, we don't really want these plates sliding around, especially not when it's going overhead, over the top of your head. Loose plates, I don't think so. We don't want a problem there, okay? So get yourself some collars on the bar, fix the grip in the start position, and then we're going to get you into the press. Now, you're at the moment doing more of a strict press. where you're just trying to rep this out. And when you take a look at the video, you're going to see a slightly different approach, Pratyusha, where we use our hips in the initiation of the press. So that's a movement of the hips. What that does, it gets the head out of the way. And I don't want you to worry too much about that for now. I would like you to look at that sometime when you get a moment. But for now, I want to fix your start position and just get it so that as you move through the press, as the bar comes down, it's going to look more like it's stopping at about this sort of height here where I've hit freeze on the tape. Again, your grip is going to be closer in arms, closer to your sides. So I just want you to try to get that first. All right, add your shoes, possibly widen your stance a little bit. Let's tidy up those setup things, and then you get the bar moving from there. Now, once you've had some practice there, I think then you can start to think about the hips action. But I think we need to get these big, broad strokes on the canvas first before we go into the more intricacies of that hip movement. So although you may sit, don't worry about it for now. Fix these bigger things for me, Pratyusha. And again, on when you're going through your press, you will not have the bar come all the way down and tap you on the chest. Okay, so your start and stop position is going to be closer to that chin position with the arms into the sides, like I was saying there. Okay, so just see if you can work a little bit on tidying that up for me. And then maybe down the line, when you've got the shoe sorted and you've had time to apply these corrections, by all means, pop in another video and we can take a look and get the next updates for you. Okay. All right. I wish you well in your training. And thank you for sending the video in for us. All right. Okay. We're going to move on now. We're going to go take a look at Jeff. Jeff is going to squat. I'm going to say nothing. Let's get a look at Jeff doing his good work. Let me pull this thing down here for a second. Right. Jeff.
My second work set.
Okay. So that's Jeff. He's got a tribute to Halloween, I believe, in the background there. Nice cardboard cutout. Jeff, I'm not really sure the purpose of that. I'm hoping it's just Halloween related. I also noticed, Jeff, you've taken one of your safeties off as well. I'm assuming that's just for filming purposes, so that when you come down to depth, we've got a nice clear view of what we want to see. And if you're concerned about your depth, Jeff, I think your depth is very good. Nothing to change there. Now, what did you guys think? I'd be interested. What did you guys think on Jeff's squat? I'm going to tell you now, I didn't have a lot written down. Jeff, I think this is very good squat. I think you should add 5 pounds and carry on the workouts. Obviously, without us looking at the video, do put your both safeties on. And I can't quite see the height of the safety, Jeff. I'm not sure if it's a one setting too low. It might need to come up a fraction, just so if you do need your safeties, I don't want you to have to go too far to get to them. So I want about this much distance in between the barbell and your safeties at the bottom, okay? So if anything, you might want to take that safety up. The one thing I sort of felt, Jeff, that you could do a bit more is I was listening for the breathing. I felt you could have got the breathing and bracing a bit tighter, okay? I sort of hear little sort of chest breaths, and I feel, Jeff, you could take a bigger breath through the mouth. One, we should hear that across the Atlantic Ocean. Should hear that all the way from here in Kent, where I'm in near the coast here. That's how loud it should be. Big old suck in of air, crunch down on your abs, and then squat. Okay, so a bit tighter breathing and bracing. Possibly adjust the height of your safeties. But basically, Jeff, this is a damn good set. This was a really nice set. I wasn't thinking I need to get too nitpicky on this. I like what you've done. I like the decor of the gym. I'm okay with a little bit of classic horror. We're good. Jeff, we are good. We are good, my friend. It does make me wonder what else have you got in the DVD library at home. I kind of want you to pan the camera around and see if you've got any other characters in there. whatever the hell else is going on in there. I'm curious, Jeff. So, all right, man. Good to see you. Very good set. Add £5. You got some minor tweaks there. I think you just crack on. Enjoy your training. That was a good solid squat. Okay. Now, I might need your help on this one, guys. And hopefully, the lifter, you can tell me if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Here we go. Here's the spelling. Here's the spelling. Lutterodt. Lutterodt. What do you guys think? I'm probably going to absolutely just really massacre the pronunciation. I'm sorry. Lutterodt. I'm going to say Lutterodt. Um, I was so curious about this one that I actually went on the internet. Lutterodt, if you're watching, and I hope you are, I went on the internet and I started Googling the name. And I could this could just be coincidence, but the name apparently it's like originally a German name. It means Luther is like the surname, and Ott is like son of. Son of Luther is what it would translate to. Apparently, the name is common in Ghana, in Africa. So that's what I found out. I'm so sorry, Luther, if I'm saying your name wrong. I really apologize, but I'm going to do a good job on your videos for you. So we got that to look forward to. I'm going to leave the music up because I really also enjoyed the music in this video. This is not like a standard gym. This isn't like the music they play over here, by God. Let's have a listen.
Go.
Right. I don't know about you guys. I was getting the music, like themes of like Havana, Cuba, and salsa and that kind of thing. Oh, I kind of want to. I want to train in this gym now. It's like such a happy place to be. Anyway, let's get into the form checks for a lot of rot. So let's have a look at what we got here. So I picked up a couple things. My main thing, and by the way, he gives us some notes, so I'll read out the information from him. We're going to look at his squat and his deadlift. The squat's 105. The deadlift, I believe, was 120. We'll see that in a second. So he's 31 years old, 190 centimeters. So I think he's over 6 foot. I think 180 and 5'11. So he's well over 6 foot. He weighs 103 kilos and is in his first just over a month of doing starting strength. So kind of like a newbie to the program. All right. So that's right. In the equipment and the setup, that's all looking pretty good to me in how you've got things set here. I think your positioning is good on your safety. So Jeff, if you're still watching, this is more what I want with your safeties. If they're a bit lower than this is kind of where this is a good sweet spot here. So if he had a problem, that safety's right on point there for him. I'm not sure. I think you're in a running shoe, Lotterot, and they can be a bit squidgy and squishy, and that can be a little bit of a problem with some training. So when the time comes, and I don't know, again, I don't know your location, so I don't know how easy it is to access equipment and order stuff of this sort of nature, because annoyingly, some lifting shoes it's a bit more of a niche. But if you can get yourself, when you can, a weightlifting shoe. Again, I mentioned earlier, I quite like Adidas Powerlift, but you need to get a little half size bigger. But by all means, look around for whatever is available where you can source it. I can't see if that might be an Adidas shoe you've got here, looking at the markings on it. So if you can, that would be good because running shoes, again, they're a bit squidgy. They can throw you off a little bit. That's one thing to invest in when the time comes. Um, Now, the main thing I had for you in the squatting, right, is I think we need to talk about your breathing and bracing. Okay, another quick setup note before I forget it though. Do collar the bar. Okay, the only lift we don't collar the bar on is the bench press. Everything else, guys, I want collars on the barbell. So again, if there's any shuffling, if the plate starts sliding, we're not going to have that problem if the collar's on the bar. The bench is the one where we want to be careful. No collars there, and that's a safety measure. But let's rock back into your squat then. So for you, I think we need to focus on slowing you down a touch and just getting your breathing and bracing on your lift here in the squat, okay? In the first rep, it looks like you really dropped in really fast, okay? And I just thought you're not really getting enough time to get yourself contracted in a way that you need to, and you came in really fast on that drop. And I just thought, let's just slow things down because it looks to me like you're trying to rush these reps out, like get them done, bang, 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 quickly, okay? I would actually rather you slow down, all right? Let's take you back to the top here. At the moment, when you do this, you're almost rushing so much that you're throwing in something with the hips that you don't even need to do. It looks to me like you're kind of throwing your hips around and then squatting. So if we look at his hips again, there you get kind of a popping motion there, and all this to me is symptomatic of someone who's kind of trying to rush the set out a little bit too quickly and is not getting the bracing on. Because when we slow down and when we get that contraction, the breath in, the big breath in, the tight abs, that really eliminates this kind of throwing around of the hips and looseness, and it eliminates kind of dive bombing down, and it brings that intention into the squat. So Lotterer, as you get under the bar, breath in, tight abs, stand it up, come to your start position. From there, reset the breath. So you're going to exhale, let that air out, breathe in again, tight abs, and then control down on the way down. Don't just drop in loose. I want you to come down with the tightness on the way down, okay? And that I think will stop that sort of popping with the hips there. Again, you because we didn't have the bracing tight, you just looked a bit loose in your midsection to me. So just see if you can fix that. These are fairly common things. And there, where it got slow and sticky, again, with the bracing and the breathing and not dropping in, it does give you a bit more oomph in the squat. Okay, once you start dropping in and come in a bit loose, I think it makes the way up a bit harder. All right, so that's something to be mindful of. Okay, there's lots of good things in this squat. It's you're on a linear progression. You're already over 100 kg. That's not a bad situation. Lotterer, I think you can apply these corrections at 105 and then carry on moving up. All right. So I don't think you need to take 20 kg off the bar at all. You can just get this fixed around this 100 kg number and you just carry on. Okay. All right, sir. So that's everything on your squatting that I wanted to deal with. Those are the main things I think we should focus on. All right. Let's have a look at your deadlift. Okay. I'm gonna pull this down out of our way. The music is staying on. Let's wind the tape back to the beginning here. Here we go. All right. Let's talk about it. Okay. Again, I continue to enjoy and benefit from the music. So, um, Adderall, I think the main thing I want you to do is I want you to turn the deadlift from a sort of a tap and go, bouncing the bar off the floor. I want you to turn it into distinctive reps. Okay. So the dead in deadlift is a dead stop at the bottom. Come to a complete stop, reset your breath. Okay, just get yourself into the start position with your back flat and then bring the bar up. But the minute you're kind of bouncing it off the deck, again, it's that kind of rushing theme that you've had in the squat. You're trying just take your time. We're not doing many reps. We want precision. Okay, we do want the precision. Now, I want you to do one thing for me. Just make sure that the big plates that you've got on the bar, there should be about 20.5 centimeters from the plate edge to where the bar is. That's the sort of the diameter check because sometimes I've dealt with these plates. I've got these in my home gym, and sometimes they come up a bit small. If that is the case, if it's not not that diameter that we need, look around the gym for a proper bump plate. Okay, big disc of a plate that you'll put those on first. That will get the bar to the correct height, and then you can load these tri-grip plates afterwards. But just that's what do make sure the bar's at the correct height. So just double check the distance on that so that you're not accidentally having to pull the bar from too low. That's a problem in the setup. We don't want that. Okay. So you're going to, again, get into the video, get into the starting strength tutorial video for deadlift, and just have a look at how that is separated out on those steps. Okay. We're going to separate them out. And when you come to the top of the lift, at the minute you're very much pulling your shoulders way back. So much so that I think you're even having to bend your knees as you do that. We actually don't want that. Okay, let's roll. So what I'm looking for at the top here is I'm going to try and hit that. I can't really get it, but basically you will be in a straight line. Okay, so you're going to stand up straight all the way through from the knee to the hips to the shoulders, just a straight line. Don't lean back. No need to lean back. Just stand up straight with your legs straight. Arms, no bend in the arms. Even the arms are hanging straight there as well. Okay, so stop the lift there and then you come back down. Okay, I don't want you going any further. I don't like that lean back. So you're going to come all the way down to the deck. The floor, the bar goes down onto the floor. Now you reset. Okay, you reset your breath. If you need to reset your back, you reset your back before that thing comes back up off the floor. Okay, so stop the rushing. Bring in just a smooth, clean precision to each rep for me. All right. Okay, just make sure. And if that is so heavy that you can't do that, this is one where I do need you to pull some weight off the bar. All right. I think you can. This looks like you're knocking this out pretty quickly. So if you do need to take any weight off the bar on this one, Latrell, just bring it back maybe 10 kilos. But you've got it. We just need to tidy this up. You looking at your build and your age, like you're 31, you're a tall guy, you're clearly very muscular. You're the sort of guy who's going to get very, very strong doing this. You have tremendous potential, maybe more potential than you even realize. So just take a moment to clear up some of this form and technique and get these points in. Don't rush that, but you have the potential to be very, very athletic and get the full benefits of this, especially at your age range. I didn't find this sort of training until I was in my mid to late 30s. And the fact that you're quite a young guy, you're very clearly quite athletic, you're going to do very well from this, okay? So get these points on board, all right? Enjoy your training. And when you get a second on YouTube, we're dying to know where you're filming from. I'm really curious where you're located, wherever you are training in the world. It sounds quite exotic, guys. So I'm happy with today's episode. I hope you guys are. Drop me a positive note, say hi. And I'll sign off for now. Again, it's Byron Johnston, strengthrevolution.org if you need to find me on the internet to ask about coaching. Otherwise, you can send these videos through here for as and when form checks as we get to them gradually via the app. There is other options if you need more support. Contact me if you need me. But most of all, enjoy your training, guys. All right, that's all from Strength Club this week. You take care of yourselves. Stay strong, stay happy. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.